Mr. Marty Show.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Ho, ho, the Mr. Marty Show. The Mr. Marty Show. So glad you're here. So glad you're here, my friend. Pull up a chair, gonna fill you with joy and fill you with such great cheer that you have to let out a great big cheer. Yahoo! Oh, the Mr. Marty Show. Take it away, boys. I'm the Mr. Marty Show. The Mr. Marty Show. Always something happening on the Mr. Marty Show. The Mr. Marty Show. The Mr. Marty Show. Show, 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 show. It's our salute to women on the Mr. Marty Show.
What I need to show. If only it was that easy, I know. A magic charm made out of gold, a strong sword for me to hold, yeah, for me to hold. What I wanna be. Wanna feel it there inside of me. Patient as painting the Sistine ceiling, hot as a pot of fine Darjeeling, yeah. It takes courage to be courageous. Courage to be courageous, discouraging urgings of those pernicious, outrageous, so contagious. It takes courage to be courageous, courage to be courageous against the vicious, pernicious, the vicious. Give them strength, love, prayer, good wishes, prayers, good wishes. Where courage is found, yeah. Don't fall for the tricks insidious. Stay grounded, stay suspicious, yeah. It takes courage to be scourging urgings of those pugnacious. Outraged, outrageous, so contagious. It takes courage to be courageous. Courage to be courageous. Against the vicious, pernicious, and vicious. Give them strength, love, prayer, good wishes. Prayers and good wishes. Yeah, yeah. Resist, resist, resist the dwellers of the dim, who feast on rumor, drama, and whim. Their weakness is their love of pride. Your better angels are standing by your side. Yeah, it takes courage to be courageous. Courage to be courageous. The scourging urgings of those pugnacious. Outraged, outrageous, so contagious. It takes courage to be courageous. Courage to be courageous. Against the vicious, pernicious, and vicious. Give them strength, love, prayer, and good wishes. Love, prayer, good wishes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Rocky Mountain Express, coming home for good this time, home for good this time. Ooh.
That'll do.
Hi, Mr. Marty fans. Welcome to March. We are so happy to be here. And I am, of course, Ma Gilmore, and this is MJ. And we are so really happy to be here and saluting women in the military. Now, what do you know about women in the military? Over to me. Well, I have a niece that is in the military, and she is one of my favorite nieces. And when she joined the military, she got the discipline, she got the being able to be orderly. She was just such an inspiration to me and to my daughter, Kate. We dearly love her, and for her service, we do salute her. I know there's been many women that have become generals and who have gone on and been in presidents' cabinets, and just so much that women can do in the military. Fighting in the military has just become a recent thing over the past 30 years. But I remember during the short Israeli war back in the 70s, I remember seeing the women, the Jewish women, the Israel forces having women, and I thought, oh, they really do that? And sure enough, yes, they do. And they still do, and we do. So I am really intrigued with knowing my niece and a few friends of mine that are in the military. Mike and I met while I was in ROTC. I was going to be one of the first, when they welcomed women who were divorced with children into the military. So that it wasn't a fast goal of mine, because I met Mike and of course we got married, and Mike was in the military. But there's lots of jobs they can do. What kind of jobs do you think that they would be suitable for, other than fighting?
Probably teaching.
Teaching, that's very good. Yeah, I mean the teachers are always needed, and so I know that over, I think, thousands of years, way back in Romans, and I think they did have women in the military and fighting. So I may be wrong, but I don't know. So
Depends if you consider myth or legend, the Amazons.
Okay.
Warriors.
Warriors, that is, when you think of women in the military, you do think of warriors, don't you? And they don't have to be big and tall, they can be short and small. And yeah, shorty.
Thank you.
Yes, and you resemble that remark. But yeah, the Amazons, yeah. And like you said, in mythology, how much is true, how much isn't, we learn from that. And so I extend a salute to all the women who have gone before and after, and who will be serving. So God bless, and stay safe, stay strong, and as always, Ma and
MJ.
bid you peace.
Hello, and I hope you're having a good day today. For those of you who don't know me, my name is James. I just want to preface this by saying thank you to Ma Gilmore. Thank you for the opportunity of allowing me to be a part of this wonderful show. Thank you so very much. Bottom of my heart, I will love you forever for this. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Today, I want to talk about somebody very special in my life. Very, very special in my life. Somebody who has helped me in ways that I could never possibly imagine. Someone who has been my rock, my other half, the yin to my yang, my ride or die, my forever life partner, my wife. Her name is Annette. I love her so very much. I love her more than I could ever attempt to explain. And let me give you a few reasons why. Back many, many years ago when I was a teenager, I was extremely lonely. You know, being a little kid, being the midget, being the little guy everywhere. You know, I was always picked on and beat up, and mean crap kids do to each other. And I found myself up on my roof one night, praying, talking to God, crying out really for somebody to spend my life with. That one person that would forever change my destiny, my course in life. Somebody that would be there for me no matter what. And finished my prayers, and very next night, I had gotten on our brand new computer we had just got. This was back in the 90s, when home computers weren't really that big a thing, but we had one, which was awesome. Figured out how to get us online, and I met
her. But the strangest of places. I met her on the Star Trek chat rooms. www.StarTrekContinuum.com. I met her in one of the chat rooms, and we just like instantly became good friends. Before I even met her or ever knew her, we started talking, night after night, and she sent me a picture of her, and I'm like, ugh! Just the look in her eyes, just right to my soul. And that was when I knew, right then and there. And God had just answered my prayers. But she was all the way down in Oklahoma. I knew it from that moment. And, of course, I didn't tell her. Like, oh yeah, by the way, I prayed for you. No, I didn't. Not for quite some time. But we continued our friendship. It blossomed into a relationship. I went down to see her a few times when we were teenagers. Late teenagers, 17, 18 years old. And we just became such good friends, so inseparable. She was a part of me, and I knew it. She was everything that I was missing in life. When I was sad, she cheered me up. When I was unhappy, she made me happy. She made me want to be a better person. Fast forward till like 2007. I had just gone through this really terrible divorce. And I didn't have anybody to even really talk to. Most of my family and friends abandoned me. But she did not. She was always my friend. First and foremost, above all, she was always my friend. And I went down to Oklahoma, back down there, to see if my friend could help me. Because I was completely destroyed as a human being. It destroyed me in ways that I never thought possible. And she helped me get back on the right path, where I needed to go, what I needed to do. And the next thing I know, we're dating again. She moved with me back up here to Michigan. We got married in 2009, December 20th. I'll never forget the day. I was even smart and had the date engraved in the inside of my wedding ring, because sometimes my memory's not that great. But she has been literally my other half. I could not exist. I could not live. I could not work. I could not breathe. And according to my wife, I can't even tie my shoes without her. And she's pretty close. She's right. Don't tell her I said that. That's why I always pre-tie my shoes. Or use Velcro. So, anyway. My wife is the most amazing and wonderful person that I have ever met in my entire life. She is the most selfless person I've ever known. She has supported me through so much. It's a debt that I could never repay. It's a gift that I could never, ever, ever try to repay. She's just so amazing to me. Even now, to this day, she lifts me up when I'm down. She dries my tears when I cry. She lets me cry on her shoulder. If I do cry. We rock this world back to back, making it through this life the best we can. She is my partner in crime, my wife, the love of my life. I would never be able to function without her. I just love her so much. I would do anything for her. Absolutely anything for my wife. Because she is just so freaking amazing to me. I just wanted to share that with everybody tonight. So, until next time, this is James Felt signing off. Love you. May God continue to bless you overabundantly, more than you could ever possibly dream and imagine.
It's great. All right.
The whole gang's inside.
Never a dull moment here at the.
Hello. Say hi.
Next time, we're just gonna have you come over. And you can bring papers.
Yeah, they gotta play. Those guys gotta play.
Yeah, for sure. We need to have,
The doodle convention.
and you should see when Gail gets you
Oh, really?
From the battlefields of the American Revolution to the deserts of Kuwait, women have been serving in the military in one form or another for more than 200 years. They have had to overcome decades of obstacles to get to where they are today, serving in greater numbers, in combat roles, and in leadership positions all around the world. The 20th century changed everything for women in the military. At the onset of the United States entry into World War I in April 1917, the US Army Nurse Corps, formally established in 1901, had only officially been in existence for less than 20 years and only had 403 nurses in its active duty ranks. By June 1918, just over a year later, there were more than 3,000 American nurses deployed to British-operated hospitals in France. These nurses often worked in dangerous conditions near the front lines, caring for service members and civilians alike, and ensuring the health and safety of Allied troops. However, World War I is also notable because it was the first time women, who did not yet have the right to vote, were allowed to openly serve in the US military. With large numbers of American men being sent to war overseas, the armed forces and the US Navy in particular needed stateside replacements for the roles that were left behind. After finding a loophole in a naval act that would allow women to serve in non-commissioned officer and non-combat roles, the Navy enlisted its first yeomanettes. Around 12,000 women served in the rank of yeoman, mostly working clerical duties, as well as telephone and radio operators and translators. Meanwhile, the US Army Signal Corps enlisted women to work as telephone and switchboard operators. These women, nicknamed the Hello Girls, often worked very close to the front lines in France. They would not be recognised for their high-pressure work or their status as veterans until decades later, in 1979. Then, only a few years after the war to end all wars, World War II broke out, and women's roles continued to evolve with the rest of society.
Our mission at Mr. Marty is to create a show of variety that feeds the soul, with people from around the world contributing. We can become as big as your gift will allow us to be. Won't you consider joining the team? Go to martinmccormack.com and pledge a monthly contribution. Let's keep this growing.
Hello, Professor Artemis here, talking about the month of March and how it was named. Now, in the Roman calendar, March was actually the first month of the year, and all the rest of them followed. It wasn't until later that January and February were added onto the calendar. The Romans named the first month of the year after their number one patron god, Mars. The Greek would be Aries. He was the son of the king and queen of the gods Jupiter and Juno, respectively in the Greek Zeus and Hera. Mars was the god of war. It may seem odd that the Romans related this war god to their pater or father, but unlike the ancient Greeks who saw Ares as a destructive, they saw Mars' military power as protective. Mars was the protector of Rome.
Hello, my name is Christine de Souza, and I am a Cyber Warfare Operations Officer in the United States Air Force. I serve in the Air National Guard, which is 1 weekend a month, but I would like to personally take the opportunity to express what it means to me to serve. The views in this video are my own, but personally, what has been on my mind is that, as I was a child growing up, a little kid, of course I always had a sense of pride in my country. America the beautiful, God bless America, I'm proud to be an American, right? But, so of course I always loved my country, but it was from the sense of, I want to say, I guess for lack of a better word, ignorance, just in the sense that my reality as a child was just that's what I knew. And I didn't understand that these things that we talked about, we're free. It's the land of the free, and we're free. We're Americans. We have all these freedoms. And those were just ideas that to me were my reality, but I didn't understand that these were not concepts that are reality for people in other places of the world. It's just what I knew. Freedom of speech, freedom to assemble, freedom of religion. That was what I lived. And I didn't know what it meant to not have those freedoms. And I think what happened was I had this transformation from just, I love my country, to actually becoming a patriot. One of the main catalysts, I think, probably was 9/11, when that just was something that, it was one of the first times where I was kind of forced to have my eyes open and go, hey, wait a minute, what is going on? Let me take a look and understand really what was happening in the world around me, and learning more that there are places in the world, even now, that don't have freedom of speech, not allowed to say the opinions that you have, or even have other opinions that differ from what you're told you need to believe. Also, freedom to assemble, freedom of assembly there are places where people are not allowed to gather together with like-minded individuals. Freedom of religion. There are places where you're not allowed to worship something different than what you're told you need to worship. And those are things that have now become in my life things that I've appreciated more, these freedoms that I truly appreciate. Personally, I claim the privilege of worshiping Almighty God according to the dictates of my own conscience. And that's one of the reasons why I love serving this country. I feel it a privilege and an honor to wear the uniform and to continue to serve and to uphold those freedoms that we have that are not just abstract concepts to me anymore, right? I'm able to protect those freedoms, not just speech and assembly and religion, but all of the freedoms that we have. And I consider it such a privilege and an honor to be able to do that. And like I said, I serve in the Air National Guard. It's, 1 weekend a month. It is a little more than that, but anytime I get to put on the uniform, I'm reminded of what an honor it is to serve this nation and the American people and the freedoms that I love so much. Thank you.
Hello everybody, and thank you for watching the show. Instead of singing a song today, I would like to show my gratitude to all of the brave women out there who have changed our world, like Harriet Tubman, Frida Kahlo, Maria Rosa, Amelia Earhart, Helen Keller, Eleanor Roosevelt, Michelle Obama, Kamala Harris. There's a lot out there, and those are only a few. Most of them I've got from my history books. So, and I bet that, I believe that there have been many brave women in your family too. And so, I would just like to ask you to take a minute this night and think about all of the women in your family around the world that have done great things for us. Thank you.